Do something about it, young Diddy.
And I know where he just started Diddy shuffling on your ass.
Nigga gonna paralyze me and shit with the baby oil and shit.
He gonna throw it at you. Got him.
Hey, that baby oil lethal as fuck, dog. Don't be around Diddy.
Not that's the kryptonite. That's the superpower. Just
pull out his pocket and shit. Pocket oil.
Yo, what's up, everyone? We back with It's Off the Hook, the podcast where we break down the biggest moment in music, the hottest albums, and the wildest industry moves. This episode is a little different. We're actually going to dive into some hot takes. This is episode 15. We're going to talk about Chris Brown and his shenanigans, right along with DDG and Halle, and of course Diddy and Cassie, and some other hot topics for this week. So stay tuned with us, check into our episode, and let's get into it. My co-host with me, we got Zay, we got Sil, we got Kalibe. So let's just dive right into it. We got Chris Brown. He was locked up in Manchester, England. We got his tour coming, right? And a lot of people was worried about, is he gonna be able to perform in England or not? So he got into a brawl 2 years ago, 2023 or so, and his ass left. And just never post bail, never connected with the police. They wanted him to come back, and work some things out. He left and never came back. What's up with that? I'm just highly confused on how.
Ain't gonna lie, I think it's because they's talking about, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, like, this one dude made a comment saying that how the bail thing works, or like how the court system work in UK is very different. So, like, you can't even bail yourself out. So he has to wait that time. And honestly, if he did that, leave him without, you know what I'm saying, like, saying anything or contacting the authorities and him coming back, I mean, you kind of asking for it at that point, like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? It sucks. Because I know people like that book that pay for, like, I think, like, the tour tickets on certain days, and he might not be there. So, that sucks. So unfortunate.
Get the money back. They can refund him. My question is,
my thing is they can have,
My question is, like, did he just genuinely forgot that he had a warrant out in the UK? Like, why the fuck would you go back for it, bro? Like,
because he's a menace, bro. He's a light-skinned menace, bro.
You thought he wasn't gonna get caught or some shit?
That's what it is with him.
He came in on his private jet and thought he was good. I ain't surprised though. This ain't the first time he did it. They said so. The incident was at a tap nightclub. He had like a clash with a music producer named Abe Dow, I think, and was accused of attacking him with a bottle. That sounds like some Chris Brown.
He's a light-skinned menace, bro.
That shit was Drake.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds
like ain't have the minutes Chris Brown does. I ain't gonna lie to you. Drake is look like doesn't look nice.
Because why would you go back? Like, come on now. If you know that you had some shit going on in London, you know what I'm saying? Why would you go back there after you fled, technically? Because you didn't, you know what I'm saying, check in with him. Whatever you supposed to have did when you had the incident, he left. So why the fuck would you go back and put yourself in that situation? Like,
I would have just dodged him.
I forget what artist was it. Was it Drake? It's in a song where he ain't check in with who was it? Quavo and them in Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, in Atlanta.
It's like, but you're not about to just roll into somebody's place of establishment and you got beef with them. You doing it on a bigger scale. You rolling into somebody's country, knowing that they looking for you. Like, you Chris Brown, but you ain't God. Like, that's why you locked up. And he can't make bail.
Right back into our jurisdiction.
Now, in the United States, you can get away with some stuff. But you not
They
over
probably,
there.
they probably was happy as a bitch. We finally got this wanker.
It's been a little minute since we got him, but he's right there in the jelly walker.
I say, oh boy, you thought you got away.
Hey, now look.
Hey, I could help that part of it.
Hey, it's close to the area. Oh man.
Oh god. Man, free Chris, man. You know what? No, look, check me out. No, people start to say, which is like kind of funny. Like they said, like this happened right when he said free Tory, because I know.
They probably think that nigga was like, "Hawk."
Oh, hey man.
He said Hawk. Hey, you know what?
No.
That's probably exactly how it happened.
With Tory.
Right.
So
I did hear that.
Tory was fucking her and all that. They said Meg was being that type of friend, like she like to fuck on her other friend mans and shit. So they found out about that shit, but then they said he was trying to fuck Kylie Jenner that night, the night that the shooting happened. So Meg got angry with that shit, and then they got into an argument.
He would have cracked Kylie, man. He was mad. Let me shut up.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
He said if he would have smashed Kylie Jenner, he'd have mad. Let's do the DDG and Halle.
Okay.
So they were saying, well, it actually happened. Halle put out a restraining order against him for DD. And basically said in January of this year, they got into an altercation and he slammed her head into the steering wheel, chipping her tooth. And I guess he been hitting her and all that. She put out a bunch of pictures and showing her bruises and all that. So they granted her with solo custody for now of her child, and then she got the restraining order. She's pushing for full custody, and what was it? I think he only could see him 6 hours a week.
Yeah, he got it's supervised too. Supervised visitation that she wanted.
I mean, this is the thing. She did get granted it, right? So
the restraining order, yep. The other stuff, they got to go to court for the visitation and custody.
And you don't just get granted a restraining order.
Nope.
Yeah, because you have to prove that something is happening. And so, in some regard, some of this is very much true. Now, I did hear on social media and things of that nature, some folks are like, she's trying to tarnish his name. DDG, all he does is stream, make money, and talk about his kid. Those things could be true, and he can also be a person that's an abuser. And so I'm just very much interested in like where does this go? Because I did see something that was like, oh, okay, outside of her pictures that she submitted and the chipped tooth and things of that nature.
So with this DDG and Halle thing, I got a hot take about it. So I don't know if this is true or not with the chip tooth thing about her, but they said that she had that shit in like 2022. Like the chip tooth. So they were saying that might be forcing it. But my hot take is I feel like both of them was in a toxic / abusive relationship with each other. I feel like they both was putting hands on each other.
Why does it look like that? I mean, you never know. I feel like it do be the innocent look on. They can't be really.
She came out and said, I think that she's toxic, but it just feel like that relationship. I don't know if y'all ever seen people in that type of relationship before.
Yeah.
Where they not like really putting hands on each other, like
is it like more
motherfuckers getting black eyes and shit like that? Well, they doing it enough where you can see scratches or bruises or some shit, but they doing it to each other.
He like you said, if it wasn't something for real, it wouldn't got a restraining order. So I think that's the part where it's like, it's something, he did something. I'm not trying to judge nobody or anything like that, but it's like, you get granted a restraining order, you typically guilty of some type of harassment.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever information she got, whatever evidence she got, it's valid enough to grant that. And there's some truth to it. Now, like what Seal was saying, like it may go both ways with a little bit of this and that, here and that, and that could have been a relationship, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. It's just with the restraining order coming to play with it,
Yeah,
it make him look worse.
Dub, that's his name?
Yeah.
That they weren't really allowed to. He wasn't really allowed to see Halo without their mom being the mediator in that. That tells you a lot as well. Like if you gotta go through the parents to see the child, then the co-parenting ain't working in the relationship. Something is up with the relationship.
I don't know if y'all seen this happened a long time ago. Kai was doing the marathon thing. He did it in like November, and DDG came on there with Halo. And I guess he didn't tell Holly that he was.
She was upset about that.
Yeah, she was pressing him, saying a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And then I think she was trying to say some shit that wasn't true. And then she got hella backlash for it, and she's just deactivated all her accounts and shit. But
that did happen.
And I do feel for her though. Go ahead.
That's why I they say this, sometimes you can't choose. Shit happens, But if you got the choice to choose, make sure you choose the right partner. You trying to bring life into this world.
This is the thing too. If you at a high level, like social, like you very like an influencer, famous, just in general, well-known person, I feel like relationship as it is, you're taking a risk to it being, in the limelight, and it could kind of, affect the relationship. I feel like it's way harder than if you was in a regular relationship and you're not as famous and known, it's less pressure, and because like this is stuff that's like it's like, what I'm saying, like somebody down the street is probably going through the same thing, what I'm saying, like it's very common, but like the fact that they're famous with it doesn't make it no better. So
I feel for him as far as him not being able to see his son and shit, because like he obviously like he a good dad, you know what I'm saying, he's a caring dad. I don't think he's no harm to his son. So the fact that he could potentially be losing, and like you saying, bro, like they were saying he already had a hard time seeing his son, you know what I'm saying, before this. So I feel like that part of it really sucks.
And
6 hours is not enough time to be able to be a father to your child. Yeah. I thought it was going to be maybe every other weekend or something.
6 hours, that's some bullshit.
Visitate, supervise, my bad. Like, supervised visitation too. Like, come on.
At that point, you kind of like, that's think about the kid too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's going to affect both of them.
One thing I didn't like though, I was listening to a podcast today. They was talking about it. They were saying like, if they good on co-parenting, they don't care. But me personally, so she took her son out to the Bahamas, but she took her out there with Brent Fayez, and I don't think she told.
Allegedly, we don't know if that's true.
It's been confirmed true already. Like,
who confirmed it?
Literally, they both taking pictures in the same place. Literally, got pictures of them in the Bahamas with each other. Like
the social media investigators confirmed.
She might not had said it, but if you look at it, you know. Just like what they said, a lot of, even though it's a random motherfucker, a lot of she hiding her man and shit, but everybody knows 21 Savage. We been know this shit. But back to the topic, y'all. But
so allegedly she was with Brent.
Okay, let's say allegedly. But my what I was getting at is, me personally, if we got a child together, I gotta meet the person you fucking with. Like, you not finna take my child out to the Bahamas.
That's facts.
You're right. With another man I never met before. Like, that is crazy.
That's
My
facts.
DDG done met Brett. They probably run the same circle.
But I don't
But he
think
didn't
neither
meet
one-
him as an interest to like a potential partner or someone she's dating. I think that's different.
Yeah. And personally, I guess celebrity shit is different.
Yeah.
It's too early to even be introducing somebody to a child. Like, you gotta build that shit up a little bit. You don't just,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just me, though.
I'm not sure. I don't know this woman personally. I don't know that
I might
man.
actually go to meet these people one day. Let me just, I don't want them to go back and just, let me.
Hey, you better stand on your opinion.
No, Brett my boy, but shit, I don't give a fuck about Holly.
Oh.
It's all right.
You saying it like as an artist?
Just in general, shit. I ain't trying to fuck her, so shit. Well, okay.
You,
Oh.
But Brett, though, if I meet Brett, I'll be like, what up, bro?
he said, "Hey man, I heard the comments you said about my lady. I ain't appreciate that."
Shit, I'm like, bro, you the toxic prince, bro. You should know what's going on.
Good. Toxic. Who the toxic king?
Future.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
For sure. For
Definitely now.
Sure. And they both new parents, so hopefully they figure their shit out. And I think a little bit it has to do with like them still caring about each other, like him still caring about who she deal with. Maybe not as much as her caring about who he deal with at this point, but it's still a little bit of something there. You know, I don't know how they breakup went. How that they made it seem like it was peaceful and mutual at first, but clearly there's some shit that's going on that went on. So
I mean, that birthday party for Halo was a little interesting where he kept grabbing Halo out of her arms, and when Halo wanted to go to her, that was given like, I don't see my son often. I'm trying to have my son next to me, but your son is also most likely comforted by his mom. And you know, birthday parties for 1-year-olds, that's a lot of stuff happening going on. So I'm like, yeah, and people are pulling little pieces like that together to say, oh, we could have saw the signs early in his behavior. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Maybe. But she got a strong case because she got that order. So speaking of strong cases and orders, Diddy and Cassie.
got them city's top villain.
You got Future as the top toxic king.
This nigga Diddy's a villain, bro. Fuck that.
Yeah, man.
It started with those raids in the house. I'm like, okay, what we getting? We getting bottles of baby oil. We get.
Now we know what it was for.
They said, look, check me out.
After dark.
No.
You can look the shit up. They said it's not really baby oil in those bottles.
Every time you say it, bro, I can't help but laugh. I can't even let you get to the story time.
What was in the baby oil?
He said it's not baby oil. It's not baby oil in the bottles.
He said, I can't pronounce it. I just prepare for him. Freaky.
Oh no!
It's something worse than baby oil. It's something worse than baby oil.
Yes, so check me out, nigga. That shit.
Oh my god!
It's a name. I swear to God.
What's in the baby oil?
Look, and basically he used to. Look, I don't know exactly how he did it, but they saying like
it's getting crazy.
If that liquid hits your skin, your ass is get paralyzed in 15 minutes.
Those are the time.
Give him off the 12 to 15 minute range.
15 minutes. Nigga, that's somebody lotion, nigga.
14:59. You gonna see Kalibe surprise, motherfucker.
That's suntan lotion, nigga. That's how I'm taking to a pot of set in, nigga.
Oh god! Stop, please. This is what I was hearing.
Look, go ahead. Present the baby oil facts.
Okay,
tell us what's going on.
Check me out. Look, I don't know how to pronounce the name, all right? But basically, they ain't really baby oil in the bottle, so like, you know, I don't know how you get them, but basically, if that shit would touch your skin, you paralyzed for at least an hour. That shit kicks in 15 minutes. So you gonna start. So just imagine your ass just walking oiled up and shit. Yeah, it's oiled up.
You came into the party like, damn, I'm ashy. Y'all got some lotion.
Yeah, I'm saying they feel that nigga. Like you start to realize you walking, y'all should stop walking. Like damn,
that's probably the most diabolical shit ever said about the whole Diddy trial.
Look it up. Look it up. That's what
the
So listen, that's what, like, to your point, Khalife, these lyrics gonna start being used against you. Look what happened with Young Thug.
Yep.
I see a video. The attorney was reading off his song lyrics, and they was like, everybody else in the audience like, hey, this kind of fire. But it will be used against you, so y'all better stop talking about all this drug and the stuff y'all doing, because y'all about to go to jail.
You know what they gonna start doing? If they say that shit, they gonna say right before the beginning of the song, what you're about to hear is all pretend or some shit.
A disclaimer on that shit.
This is cap rap. This is cap rap, y'all. This shit ain't really happened. But go ahead.
Because I wouldn't be able to read it off without getting into the groove, like getting into it. I'm just like, she was slide with the. Now I'm in there. My bad, Your Honor.
What the fuck you talking about that?
Okay, look, back to Diddy and his freak offs and what's happening. So give us some updates on that. What's going on?
So we want to talk about the Cassidy part first. Okay. So I guess they showed a bunch of texts between, I think it was her and maybe one of the sex workers. So it was a lot of crazy shit. One of the sex workers said he quit coming because he was doing it for free. Freaky ass nigga.
Free? At least get paid. No, let me shut up. Go ahead.
Hey.
You know, they got kinks and shit, so he probably was just enjoying himself. But I guess he thought like she was basically because he was giving consent for it. I guess he's saying something where Diddy was beating the shit out of her. He was like, "Oh yeah, I can't do this no more." I thought this was like basically like a good thing, but
like a enjoyment, pleasure.
Yeah. And I bet they were saying a lot of shit. He was having people urinate on her and all that, and she was getting infections from it, like in her mouth and everything. It was nasty, but.
So what I got here is he's being charged with racketeering conspiracy, 2 charges of sex trafficking, and 2 charges of transportation to engage in prostitution. He said police found supplies that they said were intended for use in orgies known as freak-offs, including drugs and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Not just baby oil, there's something else in the motherfucking baby oil.
I'm telling you, man.
Now that we know.
It can't just be Cassie with all. We got a alleged John Doe saying that she was gang raped in 2003 when she was 17 years old. Got Cassie and the things that she's putting forth. So it gotta be, like I said, same thing with, not saying that it's the same level, but judges just don't give out orders and you're not just about to go raid somebody's house. You gotta have some information there to go ahead and get you a warrant.
So they were saying that Kid Cudi and Cassie was like, they knew each other before Diddy and all that, was friends. So I think they had something going on and Diddy didn't like that. I believe the car thing though, because they said he did it with J. Cole too. He tried to blow his car up. That's why J. Cole be on bikes. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, that's why he be on bikes.
That shit true.
He said, "Yeah, I turned in my Beamer. You know what I'm saying? I gave it back."
Hey, when was I seen Cole in the car in New York? That's all I'm saying. Every time I see him in New York,
they did alert.
And that'd be tough too, because like, look, the nigga ain't really trying to be bothered by people. You can see the nigga just stroll on the bike and shit.
You better do that, then get blowed up. That's what it sounds like. What Seal says. Yeah, he like Seal like.
It's
I mean,
sad.
too-
I ain't finna get my car blown up.
But too, you had the Wale situation as well, where they said Diddy was in there, came into the studio, hung Wale off the balcony. I thought it was somebody else, like he told somebody else to do it, but allegedly, they said it was
Shit.
Diddy himself in the
So
flesh.
you telling
that
me
did that.
allegedly this nigga freaky and strong? Damn.
He freaked out. He abusive.
It's
He's
definitely
crazy.
him.
He's the top villain in Gotham City. Give it up. Fuck the Joker.
Nobody got he a superhuman and shit.
Super
That's what that
strength.
baby all doing to his ass.
He said, "Ooh, I'm a savage." Hey, I know y'all seen that clip.
Yeah, you gotta lock that man up. That's
Whatever
wild.
I want, I'm gonna have it.
We got Bad Boys, very young Captain America in this motherfucker.
Bad Boys, Captain America. That's wild. That is wild. But you know what? I can believe the Kid Cudi piece, the Wale piece, because they said Cassie actually dated Kid Cudi. I think that's what you were saying, Sil.
Yeah.
And so one of those signs when we think about domestic violence and control and things of that, right? All of that is jealousy and like to be territorial around who your person is with, controlling who they talk to, who they see. And so it makes sense for him to go off after Kid Cudi if she still saw him as a friend and a potential like romantic interest. You know, you talk about somebody who under Diddy has been groomed for, I think, since she was 21 years old, and he blocked a lot of her music. She couldn't even get a job, like, because at one point we saw Cassie with Me and You, Official Girl, and a couple of her other tracks. Like, she was the it girl, right? And then out of nowhere, we like, and I thought about that when I was younger. Where is her music? Like, what's happening? She had one or two good singles. She could dance, she could sing, and she was highly attractive and famous, right? But out of nowhere, she had no more music. So to then see like, oh, okay, she was being groomed, these freak offs, she's doing having to be told to do all these sexual acts. That's what you can't have her in plain sight. Right, like, cause that's evidence, and I seen something where she was curled up on the ground, cause he done kicked her multiple times, or
I seen that too.
So there's some wild behavior. I think we just getting at the top of what has taken place for at least for her, and it's not just her. So I wonder if it happened to his late wife who passed, Kim Porter.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that before she passed, she was writing a tell-all book. And there was some conspiracy around if he had did something to her, so that book and that information could not come to light. So we about to be in for way more information on this situation. But it's just sad all around that, she had to experience something like that.
Off topic, but still on topic. I don't know if y'all seen these TikToks going around. The dude, he'll say, what's dog's son name?
King Combs.
When dude come out the courthouse, there's somebody recording him like, "Hey, Young Diddy, what's going on with your dad?"
Trolling this shit.
He like, "Young Diddy, how you feel about the child, bro?"
That's the
Young
thing.
Diddy, crazy.
And it's like, how much was they exposed to? How much do they know? And they're not also sharing or telling as well, because she can't just not be around them kids like that.
I think Young Diddy probably was doing that shit, man. He was trying to tell my when everybody started saying no Diddy, he was trying to check niggas and shit like, next nigga say no Diddy, we gonna have a problem.
It's gonna be a Diddy Bob. Because it's about to go down.
And I would have said, do something about a Young Diddy.
And I know where he just started Diddy shuffling on your ass.
Nigga gonna paralyze me and shit with the baby oil and shit.
He gonna throw it at you. Got him.
Hey, that baby oil, That baby oil lethal as fuck, dog.
15 minutes.
say,
Don't be around Diddy.
Not that's the kryptonite. That's the superpower. Just
pull out his pocket and shit, pocket off.
not pocket. You know, y'all be seeing them dudes that be going around selling all the perfume and oil. He just got a little baby bottle. Baby
You like Dave Chappelle? Shit, try that fast.
Dog, hey.
You gotta go.
That baby oil shit gonna have me laughing all night.
Oh man.
Tell you, that shit had kick in 15 minutes and you paralyzed for a whole
Oh yeah, you can't sit on kick in for 15 minutes. I can beat his ass in 15 minutes.
He said,
hey, what you gonna do afterwards though?
You just stuck.
I'm whooping his ass good enough where he ain't gonna get up while I'm down.
After that 15 minutes, you fucked. It's over with.
You can have somebody.
Well, he getting whooped. Like I said, he getting whooped enough.
Well, he can have somebody else whoop your ass in that hour.
What if he lasts, bro, for 14 minutes and 59 seconds? What if you ain't done?
And you just sitting there like, I wish I could.
You stop
Oh,
being
you only need
sweet.
3.
Oh, he had like this and shit. Oh shit.
I only need 3 minutes.
Oh shit.
Dog.
I got
That
12
shit is
minutes. I got 12
crazy.
minutes to call an Uber or something. Get me as far as possible.
Paralyzed baby oil. You gonna be in the Uber stuck.
You know how long the
Uber's
Uber
gonna
be
like,
taking to
"Dog,
come
get
get
out."
you?
They definitely can get your ass.
They'll be there in 5.
Hey, B, they definitely can be able to get that nigga out the car.
You gonna have to call the Uber right before you start whooping his ass. Because right when you get done, you need to be like, Uber need to be like, I'm pulling up.
I'm gonna be real with you, dog. That baby will hit you, bro. You done for. Ain't no scenario you getting out of it, bro.
Bro, he said it don't activate until 15 minutes.
It don't
That's
matter.
what they said.
It don't
That
matter.
shit-
You're
that
not
shit
getting
could
out.
be
It's not
Allegedly.
enough time, bro. You're not getting out clean, bro.
We don't know
Sorry.
if it's a 15-minute grace period on the baby oil.
Right. It might kick in 10
I
minutes.
ain't worried about King Kong.
You know, it's
It
the first
might-
time
it
you
might-
ever got hit with that shit. It might start in 7 minutes. You ain't used to it.
Hey, all baby oil applies differently on different people. You just don't know. So you get 2-3
That
minutes.
shit might hit your bloodstream
I
right
might
away.
be fucked if he do it how the way Kalibe did it. I might be fucked because they going straight to the face and shit. Pause. But
Nasty.
Over.
No, you know what's fucked
Now
up?
we gotta stop the conversation because you just said that.
bro, you see how Kalibe did it, bro? He did.
No, I
He said,
said straight to the face with it. Not the baby oil, paralyzing baby oil to the face.
Eyesight gone. Taste
Forever.
buds eliminated.
You eliminated.
Skin melted.
You go.
You just turned to a damn near frozen puddle.
hey, look, if that nigga lasts for 14 minutes, he gonna have to die.
Oh,
That nigga gonna have to. He gonna have to go out. Shit.
It's a you versus it's you versus that baby oil at that point.
And guess who gonna win?
That baby one.
That pocket oil.
He said,
Gonna have to get his ass to.
nah, but still saying he's gonna take a Uber to try to get them as far as possible from the gas.
He gonna be in that Uber stuck.
And then guess what's gonna happen? Diddy gonna come out of nowhere and start throwing that oil on the damn driver. Everybody's stuck. Everybody's stuck.
Nah,
in
we
traffic.
gonna throw that bitch on the wheel.
Did he gonna throw that bitch up? That's
Pocket
what
off.
we got in, son. Where the bombs at?
Little did he know that Uber driver worked for Diddy and shit, and this is a bomb in that motherfucker.
Wherever you got in, you was sitting on another puddle of bottle.
Hey, I'm gonna get in the car and shit. You gonna see Diddy pulling around and shit. Gotcha, nigga.
Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah, you get in that car, everything just oily.
This shit,
Damn. It's more paralyzer oil in here.
So why can't open the door? Why the door now so slippery?
Why you do Young Diddy like that?
Oh shit!
Dog. That is fucking insane, bro.
Oh god.
I'm gonna have to label this oil attack.
Low key, I don't think I could beat Diddy if he hanging niggas off the roof and shit with one hand. I don't think I could beat his ass, bro.
That's
just like the after fact.
All right, that's what we're trying to tell you.
If my time frame worked perfectly, I'm gonna be out of there.
Look, you might win a battle, but you're gonna lose the war.
He never said that you're gonna be paralyzed forever. You just gonna be paralyzed.
Nigga, he said for about an hour.
But it depends on the how much that shit is. That's what this. I'm gonna send you the TikTok video. I'm
Alright.
Radio.
Let's smoothly transition from that video into something else.
It's gonna be a smooth transition. We ain't gonna feel it. It's gonna be smooth.
All right, let's get into this Joey Badass diss. First, let's just hop right into the video. Watch the the cipher.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll get into it.
It's Shine Down, man. Red Bull Spiral. I got my nigga Ab-Soul, Joey Badass. Me first, fuck it. Hey. You going nowhere fast, but from your view you could never tell. No wonder, cause you live your life based on a carousel. You bums could probably teach a masterclass on taking L's. Truth is, if you wake up hating life, then you hate yourself.
Damn, that's how you feel, bro?
You see,
Cat. My lady told me somebody told me that my career was in the trash. Something about missing my window or something. I wanted to laugh and shatter the glass he was referring to. Cause he ain't got a clue of what I turn into when I enter the booth. Neither do I, but I do know that kryptonite is not an issue. Plus the cape will be navy blue. You stuck in the lowest lane, it ain't a bird or a plane. And I'm rather faster than Burner's vein. Anyway, respect the gang in them.
Okay.
Your paper thin, featherweight.
Yeah.
And your paper thin, like you never bang. You don't pay what you wearing, fuck is you even saying? Even if you was related to Shabba, you wouldn't make rank.
Believe, trying to spark a match, but they simply lacking the heat. Blasphemy, I don't need no one to blaspheme. Charge it to the game, call that shit a catastrophe. This rule is back, they been trying to measure up. Look, my name ain't Rick, but I talk slick, no pressure luck. And I ain't taking no words back, I'm with all that. This ain't gotta turn to nothing else, let's keep it all rap. First off, I can never hate the West Coast with 6 niggas coming for Joe. Fuck it, then let's go.
He went crazy.
Joey B.
He did. I ain't gonna lie, Joey's the one that I think that did. I say Joey, then Sean, then Ab-Soul.
I'm going Joey, Soul, then Sean.
Same. But all of them was fire though.
Yeah, they all went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found funny though. He was saying that dog wife said Sean was gonna kill him. Like, he didn't kill him.
No. Ab-Soul that nigga for real, man. Like on the low ski for some reason, but he that nigga that people fear his pen lyrically.
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't never heard of it. Like,
Kendrick was got some inspired by that nigga too.
Yep.
He next up and coming J. Cole, Drake now. Type shit.
He been around.
Off for a minute,
around, bro.
Been off for a minute.
I say by his name, you can tell that man been here before.
If you listen to the,
like it matches his swag.
What is it? They used to. What is it? Black Hippie, I think.
Mm-hmm.
With him, Kendrick, and Schoolboy Q. That shit used to go crazy back in the day.
Why he ain't? I mean, cause I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, dang, I ain't never heard of it. Probably cause you know what I'm saying. Like I probably been a little ghosted a little.
You not really tap in with like that, like the TDE type of music. So you wouldn't really know. Like unless you really fuck with them, you wouldn't really know.
Yeah, cause I don't feel like Ab-Soul. I don't feel like he mainstream. So, you know,
he big out west and shit. Like obviously you were from the West Coast, you know who he is. But if you don't really fuck with TDE like that, you probably not gonna know who he is.
So what's happening with this in this West Coast East? Is a bursting East Coast type of thing?
Right now I think it's just West versus Joey. Well, let me not even say West. It's TDE versus Joey. But Joey Badass called out Kendrick Lamar. Was like, hey, let me and you go at it and shit. But I don't think I think he on it just on some strictly like not like how it was with Drake and Kendrick. He just trying to keep it rap, like battle rap type shit, you know. No hard feelings at the end of the day, but that's my pen against your pen.
Bring back that culture, right? Like I don't think we had it in a while, so it was kind of refreshing to see Drake, Kendrick, and them go back and forth. And so I mean, hey,
but them niggas all sound the same. Like, what you think we all finna hear? Four y'all all sound the same and diss him?
At some point, that mean they writing each other's lyrics, preparing the same way.
They all trying to use that West Coast sound, and that West Coast sound is fire. But y'all niggas can't use it against them. Against the same person. Come on.
It's like the same shit they almost did with Drake when they had like how many people on the Metro album, like this and Drake.
Yeah, but they was different artists. They sounded different, you know what I'm saying? These niggas literally sound the same almost. Like I listened to the Ray Von disc. It sounded like it could have been Kendrick disc. You know what I'm saying? It was real West Coast heavy. And then you look at I think it's
what's his name again? You said Ray Von?
Yeah.
I heard some he can spit, but he sound like the West Coast niggas.
He got a song. He got a song. He sampled the Thong song.
Yeah, that's
that shit low key slap too. I ain't gonna lie.
You said slap?
It slap.
It slap. That motherfucker slap.
It was featuring Kalibe.
We might have to play that shit.
It's Ray Vine. I'm on some Long Beach shit. Snoop Dogg, my favorite rapper. Come on, dog.
That's the nigga.
Right. You hear it. You know, rest in peace, Nate. The
I
greatest.
remember this was
I tell these fake ass rappers, if you don't get involved, I'ma knock your ass out too. Look,
we got a point to prove tonight.
Wolverine, the way I heal through all my growing pains. I know niggas who got it worse, that's why I don't complain. Cream pie, you gotta see the shit I overcame. But I'm the last airbender, I control the wave. It's flexibility on their words.
Now, see, he could rap, right? But like, he didn't sound like a West Coast rapper right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't tell where he's from in that freestyle. But the song that he dropped, the disc with Joey Badass, it clearly sounds like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a West Coast nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sound like Kendrick when he was dissing Drake and shit. That shit is different. That shit was fire. I'm saying, like, you can spit like that. That'll compete with Joey Badass. You're still not on his level, though. He's still not close.
He went crazy on that beat.
Hey, Hoey, is you stupid or you dumb? Popping it and screaming about a 20 V1. Hey, Hoey, is you finished or you done? We don't give a fuck where you from. Okay, what's up? Shut up. Okay, what's up? Shut up. Baby teeth, you ain't even got a plaque yet. Fact check, we wanna see the numbers like a math test. Round Joey round, we gon' name it at your backpack. Real shit, you should act more and you should rap less. Every verse ass with that BBL cost. West Coast getting seasoned, now you heavy on the salt. Catch him at the Staples Center, bet you I'm a spark. Goofy, don't let power get your TV turned off. Nigga, what? You didn't run into them steppers who on top.
I thought that was
bands just for you to put them raps in.
Nigga, what?
You sounded like you in a jazz band. Why you going after Dottie? Think he Pac-Man? CJ like 40 and he on drugs, clickbaiting.
Freestyle. Tell me if I'm tripping or not.
No, you spot on with that.
Like, it's like, and you know what's crazy though? It's a point. It goes to a point to where like, okay, like you can tell like he is inspired by Kendrick versus like sounding just like him. His punchlines and shit. How he paused. He's like, what, bang, like shit like that. You can't that man. At that point, you get to a point that you like. It's one point like, okay, I can tell he a West Coast nigga, and obviously he's a supporter of Kendrick and shit like that. You can hear in the music verses like that right there. It's like as if Kendrick wrote that shit for him, and or that's like an AI Kendrick. Like,
it's to the point where Kendrick album is fairly new right now, and that song Peekaboo is still relevant at this moment. It's not like some of his older work, right? Like we be like, oh, okay, that sounds like you damn near sampling somebody's song. This sounds like a direct copycat of what this man sounds like. That's disappointing from what we just saw from a freestyle to you, and then you're talking about I mean, he got a couple of disses in here, right? Like, oh, you should act more and rap less. Well, from the rap we just saw,
I mean, he was spitting, but like I said, it sound like
flow of Kendrick.
What it sound like, yeah, like it's West Coast shit. Like,
it's like a copy and paste. I ain't gonna lie, the bars is hard, but I can tell like that if you heard that shit on the radio, you like, oh damn, this some Kendrick shit. Like when he dropped this,
Right when the beat came on, it sounded like he
Mhm.
I
said.
would automatically assume it was Kendrick. I'm like, damn, this nigga really do sound like.
No,
If they all come with that same shit, Joey gonna wash all them niggas. You don't even need nobody else. Like y'all can't all sound the same. Now when you trying to diss one nigga, you know,
Howie is catchy.
Howie.
Mm.
Damn.
He
And
had
that-
some fire. He had some bars in there.
And that T-shirt could sell.
Oh era, damn.
My thing is, though, y'all supposedly this cold. I'll take 4 of you niggas, though. Not even fucking
Like
fair.
it kind of just says like the type of artist that Joey is, that he like, you know what I'm saying, they need to do that. You know, I think it kind of he can use that as his like trajectory, like when he comes in.
My thing is niggas talking about they pen is amazing and shit. If your pen is amazing, it should only take one of you niggas to handle it, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Joey can come in that angle to where he can point that out. Like I'm saying, it could be in his favor. A lot of this could be in his favor.
I can see that.
And
Because
like,
at this point, you are having like your minions, like, these low status people coming in to do some of your work, and it's like,
Well, why I gotta go through them when I came at you? You supposed to be the king. I don't want to come at them niggas I barely know. I'm coming for the king. That's the reason why Joey did it.
I hate to say this. But it's kind of proving Drake point a little bit. Niggas only want to mention me when they want album sales and shit.
Oh, we know that.
He's talking about all this. I'm in everybody top 5. I'm going at everybody and shit. Niggas trying to come at you. You ain't saying shit. Let that be. I guarantee you, Drake was like, "Fuck it, I'm finna go back at it." That nigga would have responded. It wouldn't have been I'm doing my tour and all that, because he know that shit gonna make him money.
He definitely used Drake for promo. He did it. He used Drake for promo, and Joey Badass used him for promo. So it's the same situation. Because now you the top dog. No pun intended with the label, but now you the top Kendrick, and now niggas is finna start using your name for promo. You finna start getting called out. So
exactly.
You know,
you're gonna be the one. Everybody gonna try to take your crown. Shit.
A lot of niggas diss Drake. Drake didn't respond to everybody. I mean, he did recently with this whole 20v1 shit, but for a long time when he was on top, niggas was sneak dissing.
My thing is, how would you feel? Let's say like in a different world, Joey Badass versus Drake. Who y'all think would have took that battle? Like if they was going at it, who you think Drake would have?
Joey Badass is the lyricist, bro. He's a lyricist, dog. And so is Drake and spit, but
I always said Drake and Kendrick matchup was not a good matchup. I always wanted it to be Kendrick and Cole, not Drake. Drake should just, before Cole dropped off, it should have just been Drake versus everybody else, like it was supposed to be. You let Cole have Kendrick. It's a better matchup.
Don't sleep on Drake pen though. Don't make it seem like Drake is that far off.
But we know how Drake is. He's not trying to make the lyrical distance and shit. He want to make the shit that you play in the club and shit.
But he can though. He did.
Kendrick did too.
I'm saying Kendrick did the same.
He did in that diss battle. If you look at it,
he did, but it didn't hit like that though. Like,
you saying Cole?
It did.
That heart,
listen,
the heartbreak, wherever the fuck that shit.
The hard part 6, yeah, that was terrible.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Still, I'm saying you saying Drake pen is worse. I mean, Cole pen is better than Drake pen. That's why you said.
Yeah, we can all agree to that. But I'm saying he ain't that far off from them. Like, I know it'd be a better matchup with Cole and Kendrick, but let's not act like Drake and Kendrick like they pens are so far. You know what I'm saying? From each other. Just don't sleep on Drake pen.
But then people always try to say like Drake's pen. How we know it's really Drake's pen?
How you know any of their pen is their pen?
That's the argument.
True.
Drake real hits before though.
He has. And Drake wrote for other people too. Like that nigga Kanye said it best, bro. He said you can put 20 writers in a room and they won't compare it to Drake. 20 writers and they won't compare it to Drake. And yes, I'm sure that he has had people write for him for 2. You know what I'm saying? We got that fact out there, but that don't mean that he not, you know what I'm saying?
And he up there for a reason and has stayed up there for a reason.
That That nigga Drake is the Kakashi of the rap game, man. He can adapt to everything. That's why his ass that's why he been relevant, bro.
He can.
I got a hot take to deal with the Drake and Kendrick shit. I think enough time has passed. I'm gonna go out and say it. I think Family Matters is a better record. Did Not Like Us.
I agree.
Lyrically wise.
I agree with you.
I think it's better.
Yeah.
Not Like Us is catchy as fuck. It's fire. Don't get me wrong.
You know
nice
what?
beat,
You know what?
But Family Matters, that nigga was
Kendrick
spitting.
did something Drake would do in the song, in that song.
Yeah. We
It's
said that before.
Like Kendrick was like the Family Matters with the lyric shit, and Drake just hit that, and then that shit pop off. That's some shit.
Go listen to Family Matters, bro. Again, that nigga was spitting.
Family Matter, the reason why it didn't hit because Kendrick dropped them bitches, them 2 songs back to back, killed them on That's the only reason why shit didn't hit. If you would have dropped Not Like Us a week later, the beef probably was, who knows, the shit probably would still been going on.
I mean, be everything when it comes to this stuff.
Who you think would have won that if that shit would have stood on? Do you think Drake still?
I don't know.
That's all right.
I think it's a lot closer than what everybody's saying. Like, I think Kendrick definitely won, but it was a lot closer to me than what everybody was making it seem.
I think Drake let that heartbreak shit, he let that shit kill him, bro.
That fucked it up.
When everybody was like, oh, this shit trash, he was like, man, I don't even want to do this shit no more.
He
That was
bowed
supposed to
out.
be his Meet the Grams and shit. That was supposed to be his lyrical shit. Because even though Family Matters, he was spinning, that was more like he wanted that shit to be played in the club and shit. He wanted the heartbreak shit to be like okay, it's me spitting and shit, but you sounded sad. So it was like...
you sound defeated.
He already lost.
It sounded like he was waving a white flag. He said, yeah, it was good.
If he would have
exercise my pen.
Y'all decided y'all can't.
If he would have came back with another like club, like he was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just drop another one. I think it would have been different. And then niggas were like, not like us still would have been popular, but they're like, we're gonna play this Drake shit too.
And the fact that it is Drake too, so shit.
But you see, everybody, like I said, with Drake, just with his music in general now, that his last album they dropped, everybody was like, oh man, this shit trash. 2 months later, hey man, this shit kind of nice. They always do that shit with his music now.
Yeah.
Niggas will hate on it and then
They closet Drake fans, man. Just call it what it is. These niggas be online hating, but then be secretly bumping that shit. Like,
my thing is, why the fuck is that a thing? Like, nigga, if you like music, you love whatever the song is.
Because it's popular to hate. It's popular to hate on niggas.
Join the bandwagon.
I was gonna say what you said earlier about Consonant. He's so big, Drake's so big right now that you gotta hate on him. Somebody gotta hate on him.
Yep, that's facts.
Got to.
It's like that with everything. Basketball. A lot of niggas hate LeBron. Shit, it was a time. I hated Kobe. I hated Kobe.
Why you hate that?
Yeah.
Talk about it. I hated Kobe because I was a LeBron fan. But now I fuck with Kobe. Kobe that nigga now. I'm not gonna be
he
there.
always was, but you know, to your point.
At that time,
you gotta like pick a side at that
I had to hate the nigga at the time.
Did you say
like
when you hated him, did you say he was trash? Like when you hated him?
Oh, you can't say he was trash.
I was saying it, but I knew he wasn't.
Yeah,
in your heart,
he was hating. That's what he was.
Ain't no way you can't say 2-4 trash.
At the time I had to say it. I was LeBron Glazer. I had to say my nigga LeBron started.
Yeah, it was during that time when everybody was trying to figure out who was the best in the league, Kobe or LeBron. I remember that conversation. It was a long ass conversation.
Hey, man.
I was like 08, 09,
from like
that time
to like 2012. It was some years.
Oh, that was a run. That's a good 4-6 years on it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, be a sign us off, man.
Man, listen, I think this was a great episode. Let us know if you want more hot trending topics that we'll dive into music and what's popular in media, things of that nature. This is our episode 15, Off the Hook. Stay tuned. Definitely like, comment, and subscribe. And we out.
Peace. The headlines was going on. Like I said, like with Diddy and DDG Halle now. Who else like y'all was talking about? Like
My man, hold up.
oh, no,
I didn't know you was opening up this episode.
That's what I'm confused about.
I was just did it just because no one else did it. I didn't know who was gonna open
I
up.
literally
He
pressed
just pressed
record.
record. He just pressed it. He jumped right into it. Like, didn't you host last week?
Yes.
I didn't
I
think
didn't know what the fuck was going on. I was like,
Bro, you can't
I
be
got
on that
you off.
extra timing, bro. Yeah, you
I
got to, bro. Because you know it wasn't your turn. You know it's if your turn to host, bro.
I didn't know
Like-
you went all right.
You didn't ask.
It was Sylvia Sylvester. It was some Sylvia Sylvester. I'm like, look, fuck it. I'm gonna just do it.
We already established the
I'ma
best
do
thing
what
to
the fuck I
open the
gotta do.
episode.
do the fuck I
look,
got.
look, there's nothing wrong with you doing it, but you gotta say it. You know, you was just
Okay, y'all kind of hurt. I was confident in shit. Y'all hurt my feelings a little bit.
it felt a
Man,
little fucked
listen.
up. And you was
Well, you had
freestyling.
us in this motherfucking
Listen,
confused.
so what y'all think?
DDG in there. You just forego the damn script, the intro.
He's a
It's
wild
you didn't even
man.
tell us. You didn't even tell us what podcast
And
is.
we
Yeah, man, I'm one of a
really
kind.
just
He
said
didn't even
before
say the
we
intro.
pressed
I'm sorry,
record.
nigga.
We
Yeah,
was
he
gonna
said
talk
wildest
about
industry
Diddy first.
moves,
This nigga said
the hottest
DDG Halle.
albums.
What
I
y'all
did what the
think?
hell I just did.
Why you saying about the hottest albums, niggas like wildest industry moves? Why you even say that shit, nigga? You ain't even say it off the hook.
I don't
You
give
don't
a
even
damn
know
what
what
I'm talking
podcast
about.
it is.
You don't even know what episode we on.
Yeah, we on episode 20.
I thought this nigga was practicing. or
You know,
something.
nigga, I did what I had to
You
do.
know,